When you hear the term artificial intelligence, it's easy to picture some kind of sci-fi movie, right? Something way off in the future. But the thing is, in real estate, the future is now. AI isn't just coming, it's already here, acting like this incredibly powerful new partner. And it's not just making small changes, it's rebuilding the entire industry from the ground up. So to really get a grip on the massive impact AI is having, we've got to start with one really simple question. In the world of buying, selling, and renting properties, how much does speed actually matter? Well, the answer is, it's pretty much everything. And the number that proves it is this one right here, 78%. Yeah, you heard that right. It's not about who has the best photos or the most years of experience. In this super competitive, high-stakes game, a whopping 78% of buyers sign on with the very first agent who gets back to them. So being first, it's not just a nice to have, it's the whole ballgame.
And that right there, that first to respond reality, well, it points to a huge gaping hole in how the industry has always worked. The old way of doing things is frankly broken. And that speed gap is exactly where AI is swooping in to fix things.
I mean, just look at the difference here. It's night and day. The old way, the manual way, the average response time to an online lead is over 15 hours. Think about that. And since 62% of people are looking online after business hours, most of those leads just vanish. But with AI, the response is instant. 24/7, every single lead gets captured. It's the difference between endless phone tag and an actual productive conversation right away.
Okay, so how exactly is AI fixing this whole speed problem? Well, it all starts by basically building a brand new front door for the entire industry and completely changing that first critical touchpoint with a potential client.
And the star of the show is the AI real estate chatbot. And let's be clear, this is not your average clunky auto reply. We're talking about a seriously smart assistant that uses natural language processing, that's NLP, to have conversations that feel genuinely human. It can understand what you're asking for and figure out if you're a serious lead, all in real time, no matter where you are. Website, social media, you name it.
So here's the game plan, right? The playbook it runs, step by step. First, it engages instantly. Doesn't matter if it's 3 a.m. Then it qualifies you, asking smart questions about your budget, where you want to live, your timeline. As you chat, it's feeding you useful info, property links, virtual tours, whatever you need. Based on that conversation, it automatically scores you, hot, warm, or cold. And then, the magic moment. The handoff. If you're a hot lead, it pings a human agent and can even get a call or a viewing on the calendar automatically.
But hey, AI's job isn't done just because a lead is captured, not even close. It's also moving right inside the building itself, and it's totally changing the game for property management by making it way more efficient and way more proactive.
Think about this for a second. It's a total shift from being reactive to being proactive. The old way is you wait for a tenant to call and complain that the AC is broken. Then you're scrambling, paying a fortune for an emergency repair. The new way, AI works with these little sensors, IoT or Internet of Things sensors, that can detect that the AC unit is about to fail, weeks in advance, so you can schedule a cheap, simple repair before it ever even breaks down. Game changer.
And its resume as a property manager is, well, it's pretty stacked. It automates tenant screenings and background checks. It handles rent collection and sends out the reminders so you don't have to. It optimizes the building's energy use to save money. It can answer tenant questions around the clock. And it even coordinates with the repair guys to schedule that smart maintenance. It's like the perfect tireless employee.
So you might be wondering, is anyone actually using this stuff? The data shows this is way past the early adopter phase. And the number you need to see is 44%. That's right. For property managers who are using these tools, nearly half of all their maintenance tasks are already being handled, at least in part, by AI. This isn't some future prediction. This is happening right now, today, woven into the fabric of their daily work. So you add up that instant lead capture with this super smart building management, and suddenly you're talking about a massive financial payoff. But, of course, a change this huge doesn't come without some pretty big challenges. As KPMG puts it, AI is really making a home for itself in real estate. It's not a gimmick. It's driving real, tangible value and making everything more efficient. And because of that, all the major players are taking this tech shift very, very seriously. And when we talk about scale,
Wow, the numbers are just staggering. Morgan Stanley did the math, and they project that these AI-driven efficiencies could create up to $34 billion in new value for the industry by 2030. That's billion with a B.
But of course, it's not all smooth sailing. When you talk to industry leaders, they've got some real long-term concerns. Number one on the list is cybersecurity. Right behind it, tied for second, is making sure their teams are actually ready to use these tools and, no surprise, protecting data privacy.
And this next number, it really drives that security risk home. A massive 92% of firms are worried that their employees are just going to copy and paste sensitive client info or company secrets into a public AI tool. It's a huge reminder that training and using secure, private AI systems isn't just a good idea, it's absolutely critical.
So with all this talk of automation, it all leads to the big question, maybe the most important question. Where do we fit into all of this? The key here is to see AI not as a replacement, but as a tool that just makes humans better at their jobs.
This quote from Spur just nails it. AI chatbots don't replace real estate agents, they augment them. That's the whole idea. Let the AI handle all the boring, repetitive stuff so the human experts can focus on the things only a person can do.
And you know what? The data actually backs this up. This isn't just some optimistic fantasy. A full 68% of the time that people get back thanks to AI, they're pouring it right back into more important strategic work. They're not being replaced, they're being promoted to do more meaningful stuff. And that right there is the big takeaway. AI is a partner. When you hand off the routine stuff to the machine, it frees up people to focus on the skills you can't automate. Empathy, big picture strategy, and building the real human relationships that are needed to close a deal. And that leaves us with one final, really powerful thought to chew on. For years, so much of real estate has just been about managing the process, the paperwork, the follow-ups, the scheduling. Now AI can handle all of that. So the real question for the future of this entire industry is, with the process automated, what will humans do with the relationships? Because that's where all the real value is going to be from now on.